You know, it's truly fascinating when we stop to think about the deep and lasting impact that certain legendary figures have on their respective sports. These personalities don't just shine in their positions, displaying extraordinary talents, they go beyond that, leaving an indelible mark that redefines how their games are played, understood, and appreciated around the world. They alter the course of sports history, becoming true icons who change the way millions of people, both on and off the field, view the sport. For example, when we talk about Steph Curry, we're not just mentioning an exceptional player or a mere elite shooter, we're referring to someone who literally revolutionized modern basketball. Curry transformed the way the game is played by introducing a style that, until his arrival, was considered almost impossible to execute successfully on a consistent basis. His unparalleled ability to shoot from long distances, often from half court, not only dominated the sport but also altered the very essence of the game. Before Curry, the emphasis on three-point shooting was a complementary tactic, something used sparingly. Today, thanks to him, it has become a central and fundamental part of the game strategy for virtually every team, at all levels of basketball. He didn't just change the way we play basketball, but he also influenced an entire generation of players, inspiring them to develop skills that were previously considered secondary. His influence is felt in every corner of the court and in every play drawn up by coaches. Steph Curry didn't just raise the standard of the game, he redefined what is possible in basketball. Similarly, I firmly believe that Patrick Mahomes is achieving a similar feat in football, said Stefanski, his words brimming with a mix of genuine admiration and infectious enthusiasm. When we watch quarterbacks in action today, it's impossible not to notice that many of them are starting to adopt a style of play that is clearly inspired by what Mahomes has brought to the field. He's not just a talented player, he's an innovator, someone who has brought a new dimension to the quarterback role, challenging conventions and breaking barriers with a lethal combination of athleticism, surgical precision, and dazzling creativity that we've rarely seen before. These players, consciously or not, are behaving and executing plays in a way that echoes Mahomes' unmistakable influence. His daring runs, unpredictable passes, and ability to make extraordinary plays while on the move have redefined what is expected of a modern quarterback, becoming the new gold standard for the position. It wouldn't be surprising if, in a few years, this style of play became the dominant trend in football, as more and more players and coaches strive to replicate the success and magic that Mahomes brings to the field in every game, constantly pushing the limits of what is possible. However, at the same time, it's going to be incredibly interesting and exciting to watch how everyone will attempt to imitate this way of playing. The history of sports is full of replication attempts, efforts to capture the essence of what made someone great, but the truth is that, so far, no one has been able to successfully reproduce Steph Curry's style of play consistently. He remains a singular figure, a rare talent whose vision of the game, skill, and intellect have raised the standard of basketball to a nearly unattainable level for others. The question that remains is, what does the future hold for Mahomes? Perhaps he really is one of those special talents whose influence transcends generations and shapes the future of the sport in ways we can't even imagine yet. We might be witnessing the beginning of a new era in football, an era that will be defined by the innovative genius of Patrick Mahomes, a player whose impact may very well echo for decades to come, just as Curry's has in basketball.